Tensions ignite in the Caribbean as the largest US military buildup in decades converges on Venezuela. Aircraft carriers, stealth fighters, and special forces ready for action, while Maduro rallies troops and vows resilience. Covert operations, strikes on drug vessels, and high-stakes diplomacy paint a picture of a standoff where power, politics, and survival collide. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has accused the United States of fabricating a new eternal war in the Caribbean, following the largest US military buildup in Latin America in decades. Speaking on state television, Maduro framed Washington's actions as an attempt to intimidate Venezuela and destabilize his government.
And the people of the United States know it. They're making up a new eternal war. They promise that they will never enter a war, and they're making up a war that we will avoid. How? With the mobilization of the peoples of South America. As South America and the Caribbean all say, no to war, yes to peace, yes to prosperity, yes to harmony and living together.
Maduro also defended Venezuela against allegations of drug trafficking, insisting the country is free of coca and cocaine production. He vowed to eliminate the remaining 5% of drug transit passing through from Colombia.
Venezuela is a country free of coca leaf production, free of cocaine production, and we will achieve 100% elimination of the remaining 5% of drug transit that comes from Colombia. We will achieve it.
He also rejected US claims that Venezuela poses a nuclear or missile threat, calling them extravagant, vulgar, criminal, and absolutely false. Meanwhile, Maduro has mobilized troops along Venezuela's coast, signaling readiness for a possible confrontation. The Trump administration has authorized a massive US military deployment to the Caribbean. At the center of this buildup is the USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, over 1092 feet long, displacing 100,000 tons and carrying more than 90 aircraft.
The enhanced US force presence will bolster our capacity to detect, monitor, and disrupt illicit actors and activities that compromise the safety and prosperity of the United States.
Since early September, the US has carried out at least 10 strikes on vessels allegedly linked to drug traffickers, resulting in 43 deaths, while President Trump has also authorized covert CIA operations inside Venezuela. According to US officials, Trump is considering operations against cocaine facilities inside Venezuela, though no final decision has been made. Diplomatic options remain on the table, but the Trump administration's rhetoric suggests a strong focus on regime pressure, possibly targeting Maduro's inner circle to encourage defections.
This is about regime change. The military buildup is likely intended to strike fear into the hearts of the Venezuelan military and Maduro's inner circle.
Internationally, Brazil and other South American countries have expressed concern that US operations risk destabilizing the region. Domestically, Congress has questioned the legality of potential land strikes, warning of a constitutional crisis if bypassed. The US has positioned over 10 major naval vessels off Venezuela, including guided missile destroyers, USS Jason Dunham, USS Stockdale, USS Gravely, a nuclear attack submarine, USS Newport News, and amphibious assault ships carrying thousands of Marines. The Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group forms the Expeditionary Corps capable of rapid shore landings and combat operations. Air assets include B-1 and B-52 strategic bombers, F-35 stealth fighters, MQ-9 Reaper drones, P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft, and CH-53E heavy-lift helicopters, providing strike, reconnaissance, and troop mobility capabilities. Analysts note that such a deployment far exceeds what is needed for counter-narcotics operations, suggesting an intimidation campaign or potential regime change planning.
These assets, bombers, carrier strike group, stealth fighters, are not meant to stop drug smuggling. They are clearly meant to destabilize the Maduro government.
Special forces, transported via MH-60 and MH-6 helicopters, operate from forward bases like the MC Ocean Trader, capable of reconnaissance or targeted operations inside Venezuela. Puerto Rico has become a hub for the US military with 10,000 troops, F-35s and drones staged for rapid deployment. While the Trump administration insists its campaign is about countering narcotics, evidence shows Venezuela is not a major cocaine producer. According to the UNODC and DEA, nearly all coca cultivation occurs in Colombia, Peru and Bolivia, and cocaine trafficked through Venezuela accounts for a small fraction of global flows.
It isn't about drugs. The campaign is about regime change, signaling and pressuring Venezuela's military to act against Maduro.
The US has also doubled the reward for Maduro's capture to $50 million, aiming to test loyalty among his inner circle. Analysts caution, however, that corruption, mistrust, and Maduro's surveillance mechanisms make defections unlikely. Venezuela has responded with force and symbolism. F-16 jets flew provocatively near US ships, large-scale naval and air exercises have been launched, and the Bolivarian militia has been mobilized to defend sovereignty. Public rallies showcase Maduro's continued domestic support, reinforcing his narrative of resisting US aggression. Observers warn that the largest US military presence in Latin America since Panama in 1989 raises serious legal and ethical questions. The deployment may be intended to pressure Maduro through intimidation without an overt invasion, but the risk of miscalculation is high. The Caribbean is now a hotbed of tension, with the US wielding unmatched firepower, Maduro asserting resilience, and international actors watching closely. With covert CIA operations, land strikes on the table, and an aircraft carrier strike group in the region, the situation could escalate rapidly, testing US strategic goals, regional stability, and Maduro's grip on power. The story of Venezuela, drugs, and US military might is now less about narcotics and more about power, signaling and the future of a nation under threat. As forces and rhetoric continue to escalate, the world watches a Caribbean standoff with global implications.